In that Western Conference, the defending champs, they can wrap up their series with the Sacramento Kings with a victory tonight. You know, the Warriors have won 3 straight games in San Francisco where the Dubs haven't lost yet in the postseason. You can see the game, 8 Eastern, right here on ESPN. And the Lakers, the Grizzlies, they will follow 10:30 Eastern. LeBron, AD. The Lakers will look to clinch a playoff series at home for the first time in over a decade. Overall, teams leading 3 games to 2 in a best-of-7 series go on to win that series 84% of the time. Back with Big Perk. All right, Perk, which team do you have more confidence in closing out a series tonight? Is it the Warriors or is it the Lakers?
Well, the Lakers look a bit tired, especially LeBron James, but I believe they will get it done. But when it comes down to the Golden State Warriors, a team that has been a championship caliber team at home, a lottery team on the road, but I believe they have figured it out. And I picked the Kings, but I'm going to tell you this. I said it just a while ago on First Take. I'm more nervous than a brother with multiple warrants driving across country when it's going against the Golden State Warriors. And let me explain why. One, they are the smartest team right now in the postseason, in my opinion. And the shot making by Steph Curry has been off the charts. Draymond Green sacrificing and coming off the bench has done wonders for the Golden State Warriors. I love 6-man Draymond. Kevon Looney has been the unsung hero. So when I look at all this and they're going home, they're going to close them out. I believe they went on the road and they snatched the souls from the Sacramento Kings. I don't believe the Kings have no more life left. And it's not a disappointment or knock on them. It just speaks testaments to the greatness of the Golden State Warriors. They will get it done tonight.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't help that Fox has got that hurt finger. And look, Mike Brown's done a great job with him. By the way, you don't have any warrants, do you, big guy?
No, not
okay.
as I know of.
Okay.
I got to go get it checked.
Kendrick Perkins here with us. By the way, tonight we had
a closeout game last night between the Celtics and Hawks. Remember Trae Young and that remarkable finish he had in Game 4. Pick it up where he left off, rather Game 5, just over 2 minutes, hits the 3. Hawks cut the lead to 2. Hawks trail by 2 again. Drains the 3, 18 points in the first quarter. Hawks trail 35-34 after 1. Second quarter, just over 2 minutes to go in the half. Celtics down 2. Here comes Jalen Brown. And this was going to be a recurring theme for the Celtics because they just started hitting bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket. Got 18 points in the first half. Celtics lead 68-67 at the break. Tell you what, the Hawks came to play. Close game late. Celtics trail. Brown. Yeah. Now watch the run. This was the deciding run of this series. We've got it at 3. Now it's 6. Next possession. Tatum again. Every series series in a closeout game, there's that one run, there's that one segment of the game that really just determines the outcome. Now 11-0. Look at this.
follow.
Unbelievable. Tatum literally out of nowhere. 128-120 the final. Tatum 30 points, 14 rebounds. Brown 32 points. The Stars stepped up, and because of it, Trae Young and the Hawks eliminated.
The team we were playing tonight was, probably now the favorites. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing really well all year. They got a mixture of veterans and a mixture of young players. They have a goal of winning the championship, and really that's their main goal. And coming off their finals, run, you can tell they've been there before.
I know the narrative of we're supposed to sweep them or it's supposed to be a cakewalk, but the playoffs that's why it's so special. Each game is different, each series is different, and I would say up to this point, the playoffs hasn't went what everybody would expect. So it was a great test for us.
The Celtics and Sixers feature two of the biggest stars in the game as they meet up next. Both Joel Embiid and Jason Tatum averaged 30 points per game in the regular season. This will mark just the second postseason meeting between the teams with 30-point-per-game scores. The only other instance back in 1965. Look at this matchup. Wilt Chamberlain and Oscar Robertson. NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins joined us now. As much as I want to ask Perk his thoughts on Will Levis sliding down the NFL draft, I won't. I'm going to stick to the NBA. Joel Embiid still dealing with the sprained right knee. Status for game one is in question a little bit. Tell me who needs to step up in this series now if we don't know what Embiid's going to be like.
You know what? Everybody would say James Harden, but I think we have to accept the fact that James Harden has transitioned into that point guard role, and we won't see the James Harden in H-Town. I'm going with Tyrese Maxey. I strongly believe that Tyrese Maxey will put the world on notice like De'Aaron Fox did this postseason. I'm not saying that he's going to average 35, but he damn sure could average 30. When it comes down to being explosive, when it comes down to being that second option, when it comes down to being a guy that's capable of taking over a game, a quarter, or closing the fourth, Tyrese Maxey is on that level, and I believe he's going to show the world in this series against the Celtics.
And, Perk, I love that, too, because it is easy to default to the stars of Harden and Embiid, but typically on a team with two stars, it's that third guy that tends to come up because the stars get most of the attention. Speaking of getting attention, we'll turn it back over to our star, Custer, who's got
Had dreams realized in the NFL, dreams crushed in the NBA, potentially with two possible closeout games tonight. First, the defending champ Dubs will try to close out the Kings. Sacramento won the first two games, but the Warriors have won the last three, and they're at home tonight for Game 6. What about the Lake Show? They'll try to close out the Grizzlies in LA. Memphis won Game 5 at home to make it a 3-2 series, but history favoring the Lakers as LeBron James has never lost a series in which he held a two-game lead, going 30-0 in such series. As we welcome in now Monica McNutt, who has had her ears and her eyes on all of these series. But Monica, yikes, 17-point loss on the road for the Lakers, but you knew they were going to get a hostile environment there at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That being said, how do the Lakers close things up tonight?
Good morning, Streisky. It's been a while. But when it comes to the Lakers in particular, I have said and I maintain that Anthony Davis should be the key to this particular series. When you look at games 1 and 3, when he was a monster with those nasty double-doubles, there was nothing that the Grizzlies could do for him. He's fortunate that he has a teammate in LeBron James in Game 4 that essentially bailed him out from a very pedestrian performance. But tonight, I think Anthony Davis looks to assert himself in the way we saw in the two previous games that he had those monster double-doubles. If he does that, the Grizzlies simply do not have an answer for him. Give Xavier Tillman tons of credit for the way that he stepped up in this series. However, we're talking about a guy that was a lottery pick versus a guy that was a late first-round pick. So, quite frankly, if Anthony Davis is focused, the Grizzlies just don't have an answer.
And we've seen that from him more oftentimes than not in these playoffs. So, team on his back. Overall, teams leading 3-2 in a best-of-7. Go on to win said series 84% of the time. So, everything going in the Lakers' favor. Meanwhile, the Warriors leading their series 3-2. Overcoming their road woes finally in Game 5 in Sacramento. Now they'll try to close the Kings out tonight at the Chase Center. Monica, how do they get it done?
Listen, the Warriors scoring is inevitable. It's going to happen at the Chase Center. But I think you look at a team that was a top 5 overall defensive efficiency group at home. It's going to be their defense. You saw it at the top of the fourth quarter in the most recent game. They started off with a 13-5 run. Then their defense clamps down. They're able to kind of create the distance that is signature when the Warriors go on these scoring runs. I think at home, not only will they have the crowd behind them, will Steph be focused, I think that their defense is going to show up. However, Streisky, I'm not 100% sure that this series ends here. It does feel like the Warriors stealing a game at Golden 1 is going to change the series, but I just love the heart that this King